This is the Steppin Razor, the art of war. We're there with you on next Thursday. You know, say, me nah go put me head in on our son, because we know what happened today, and it's very difficult to go do a program and sideline the events of today. It's a very strange feeling. I don't know. It's a very strange feeling. And the strange feeling is either you feel, say, the Vybz Kartel thing is him guilty, I'm done guilty. But whether you feel, say, him guilty or not, it's a strange feeling. There's a group of people who, in them ignorance, are ball out, free this, free that, free that. And there's a group of people who are think about the whole thing. And there's a group of people who are say the system, you know, not make it good for people. There's a group of people who are sit down and figure it out. So it make you feel funny. I don't know why. Because I don't have no connection to nothing we are going this way. But I feel funny because you know, say, you have youth out there. You have youth out there who insist that them not influence people. You have youth out there who feel, say, the music where they make don't have no influence, and if the music can influence them, that means that the parents now do them work. And one's now take responsibility for certain things. If a man give a CD, I find that many times, a man give a CD, him say, Muta, me know you stay, you know, you say that number 2 tune, and that tune you have to play, you know. Because I know if you play that tune, it's going to wake up the world. So, I'm thinking, feel, say, the tune where he make, I go influence something. The problem I find with artists is that anytime they make a tune where we call bad or terrible, them say them tune not influence nobody. But when they make a good tune, we are talking about upliftment, them say, boy, this is going to uplift the youth them. So we can't have either in this case. We can't have either. It's either music have something to do with the relationship where you have in the community or the society, or music is just something where you dance to. And if you can't in a dance and a man tell a woman, say, tell the woman them say, let me see all the woman them take off them panty and wave it, and all the woman them take off them panty and wave it. That is some freaky thing, man. That's freaky. When a man can have this turn up on a sound system and jump on a woman who lay down on the ground, that's freaky. So you have people, like many artists before us, did music and it influenced people, whether for the good or for the bad. So music influence people. I don't know how one can come and say, music can't influence nobody if you do nothing. Music influence people. I don't need no big psychologists or psychiatrists to come tell me that. Me, who is an artist, speaking as an artist, know say, a whole heap of my poem them when me go out there, go say to people, it influence them. And how me know that? A whole heap of ones come back to me and tell me, say, so when me a youth, I me see you in a Germany, I me see you in a Holland or them place there, me listen to you, you know, and see me now back in Africa. Alright. So, why you think feel funny to me? And like I said, it's because the same very thing we are going right now. Me talk to Vybz Kartel about it. Me talk to Vybz Kartel one-on-one, face-to-face, one away. call him from him crowd and talk to him. Me talk to him personally. Me talk to him. Everything where you say I go on here so now. And it's not like you be prophetic, but you just say, you see when I mean just I tell Brian a while ago, the youth here who stood beside me, it's only a fool learn from his own experience. Because you have enough people out there who experience things to tell you that you don't fall in the same pit like everybody else. But you see, when you talk to a youth, it's very difficult for a youth listen to what you say. Because him not say what you say at a given time in time. And him not realize about what I did there where you there, you never there with me there. So there must be something that I know where I can tell you where if you follow 1 and 1, it will equal to 2. It can't go no other way. 1 and 1 must bring it to 2. 2 and 2 must bring it to 4. No care how you want to go around the thing. Sometimes when you tell you 1 and 1, you must say, well, you know, maybe you're not really 2 still, you know. Because I can show you this and show you that. And you show him, say, but brethren, not change in life, you know. The same way all the things are going on for years, for centuries, that's the same way it are going on now. So, this lead to that, that lead to that. It's just simple. It's just simple. The possibility of rain falling when you see a dark cloud, it's possible. Maybe it not fall in your ear, but it'll fall somewhere. There's a possibility. And you say, well, you know, me not see no rain or fall, you know, so that means, where you talk about a foolishness. Then why you think the elders, them did know certain things? It's experience, you know, it's trial and error, you know. We keep saying it, you know. When our foreparents did look upon the night and see dark night, and them see moonlight, and when them plant certain things, them realize, every time them plant this thing here, every time them plant it at a certain time, because watch it, you know, it's experience them I learn from, you know, but it's observation. And we keep talking about observation on this program here, that you observe. You observe. You see, when a man observes certain things, and you observe the thing, and when you come to a conclusion, it's not no belief now. Because we're not talking about a belief system, we're talking about observation, you know. You see, when you tell a man, you see, when the old man tell you, say, don't plant the food when the moon a shine, because weevil and worm are going to eat it up. And you say, but, Mr. B, what that have to do with nothing? Time him, they don't observe that already, you know. You see, when you plant the food, when the moon shine, and weevil jam it up, or the bamboo, where you chop the bamboo in a bright moon, you know, chop it in a dark night, and weevil it up, you say, rotted. You know, say, my old man, he tell me one time, say, I must do this, I must do that. Observation, he did observe that. But him feel the pain, because him knows him lose a whole heap of food in the observation of the thing. Now, you don't need to go through with this old man go through. Because him go through it for you already. That's why the sage say, Confucius says, only a fool learn from his own experience. That is what Confucius said. Only a fool learn from his own experience. Because other people is experiencing things. No. Why me I say that is for this? Why me feel funny? Me feel funny because you have an influential star in a Jamaica. And based upon of where me hear the Portmore people them a say, where them come from, based upon of where they hear all the woman them talk on the tape, based upon of things where me hear where me privy to inside of the court, me I say, why is it that a youth that want go through all of that? Why are you to the one go through all of that after one done him have president was set already? Because if you do the same thing the same way, Why you feel say you now go get catch? The problem with these movies, you know, the problem with the movies them on the television, you know, is that the criminal, the person who will watch it, who have a criminal intent, they must say the criminality of the thing, them now check to the last part of the show, the criminal either get dead or gone to prison. Them now check the part there. Because most movie with me say the bad man get caught or get killed. So why the youth them now look on that? Why the youth them now look on it and I say, the glamour life of the bad man, with the whole heap of girls, the whole heap of money, the whole heap of champagne and all them things there, it's sweet. But guess what? In the last part of the movie, the man get caught or somebody kill him, or sometimes I'm good old friend kill him too. Why we can't learn after that? Why we have to now go through the same thing continuously? And we know the system set up, you know. We know the system set up. But me and my levels right as I know cannot say that every time me hear something will go against my thinking, it means that the system wrong. I can say that the system set up a way to really trap certain people. And that is how them catch Buju Banton, entrapment. Them just set a guy in the mid-time and talk him in, talk him out, talk him round, talk him wait, and carry him go in a warehouse and make him dead there smell and a taste coke. That's called entrapment. And them have laws in America where them put things in front of you and them say, according to that law, if you're not involved in the thing, it will catch you. That's what entrapment going on. Entrapment means say, when me said something in front of me have $1,000, so me put it down. Right in front of Brian, so now. And me say, but I'm going to have Brian inside, so you know, so me $1,000 missing. And me going to entrap him now, because you know me going to know. Me going to deliberately put $5,000 there, so now, and walk out of the room. And when me walk out of the room now, me have something, I watch him. And Brian take out the money. It's entrapment. Him say, but if you never put it there, it won't catch you. But you know, if you don't have no buyer, you know, have no seller. It's a serious thing, you know. The buyer decides what is sold. So if a man say Wolipa falls here a sell, and him no forget falls here cheap, he go buy 1 million falls here for come sell it. It's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing that man make music right now. I'm say it all the while. Most of the music there is not reflecting the society. Most of the music that is being made by the youth. Them and a little youth just talk a while ago named Casho. The youth who had the interview a while ago, him say that the music where him make is a reflection of where him having a film thoughts and him experience in life. I don't know which part the art stop and life start in a reggae music, dancehall music. I cannot distinguish between where life stop, where art stop and life start. Because I know say right now, most of the things them when me hear people are sing about, me is now assuming say the artist is reflecting for him personal thinking and it's not something where out there. It's not something where out there so. So we always distinguish the man over there so from the man yaso. But really and truly, when we say Aguana Jamaican society today, the music can tell you, if you really sit down and listen to the music can tell you the personality of the artist. And it might sound stupid and foolful. That's what Muta say. It might not be like that in other places, but in Jamaica, the conclusion that I come to is that the music where people making a Jamaica, I talk about Jamaica, you know, can tell you the personality of the person. Me I go hold to that. Me I go hold to that. Cause somebody have to show me something totally different now. So Muta where I say art and a man real life a real life. Well, me not see that again. Maybe 4 or 5 years, 10 years ago, me did see it that way there. But right now, in this moment in time, me not see that. Me not separate the artist from the art in a Jamaica. Me not separate it. That means if me a man talk about lick this and lick that and lick this and lick that, me a go say I'm involved with it. If me a man talk about boss up man, marrow and kill out man, this and that, him have intentions. There's intention, there's a thinking in him consciousness subliminally that him bringing out, but him bringing out through the music. But if him have the opportunity to live out that, him going to do it. It's ridiculous your man that sing about murder continuously and do have murder in him intention. What is the purpose of doing that? It's not what I tell you, say, well, right now man can't sing anything. Of course man can't sing anything, but not in Jamaica. Not in Jamaica. People don't sing anything in Jamaica. People sing what is reflective, unless I'm going to do a cover version of something. And nowadays, them youth are not, a cover version of nothing. Or all artists, them a cover version of American love song or an American this and that. You understand? All of the hip-hop artists, them, where you see, you talk about Lil Wayne and all them youth there. When you listen to their music, you see, say, them intention is where them sing about. Where them sing about is that is them intention. If you don't man say it's art, them artists there sing where them a live. When big is small, Tupac, all of them. Them now sing something outside of them context of them lifestyle. 50 Cent, all of them. And we know have a group of youth in the same thinking, the same genre. When I talk about Steppin Razor, yes or no, I talk about Muta Baruka, yes or no. Muta Baruka is saying that I am not going to separate what I hear a man write and sing from him. In other words, I am not Ogo because I sing that over here so, and Muta Baruka singing this over here so. To confuse the world. Because that artist I do to know, you know, him have a schizophrenic personality, you know. You man I say, boy, it's not this one I perform, no, you know, it's that one I perform. Are the same person, you know. And them say, well, it's not Beanie Man. We don't have Beanie Man on the show, you know, we have Moses. And you say, okay, you're going to hear some different songs. Of course, you're going to hear some different songs. But guess what? Him did don't sing them songs over this already. So, when have over this, so, all the slack songs, what you call slack and 6 songs and this and that, is him intentions. If a man sing, why a man would want to be singing about raping a woman? And him do have the intention. Why a man would want to talk about killing, murder, this and that? And him do have the time somebody. Watch out. If you're a man who's spiritual, in your intentions, and you're trying to search for spirituality, that is where you're right. You write about spiritual things, and that is what you sing about. If spirituality is not in your intentions, you're not going to write about it. You're going to write about something that's in your intentions. And right now, Jamaican artists are singing things where in them intent. Their intentions is about what they are sing. It's not no make-up thing. That is when they try to sell we. The artists they try to sell we say, but we not do nothing. They want to the parents. Where the parents feel what happened to the society now? Because the society is supposed to trip in where the parents feel. And all the way. We as African people, we say, take a village to raise a child. So if the government feel, and the parents feel, and the artist is there, and we say, no, the artist is more influential than the parent, the artist is more influential than the government, why is the artist keep saying him do have nothing to do with the influence of the people, them getting him a make tune, conscious music, according to him, cultural music, with design for wake up the people them. Well, you see Muta, you see when the youth them hear that tune, yeah? a murder. It got change up our vibes, you know. But it's when them sing the nasty tune, them must say that now influence somebody. So at what point the tune influence somebody and the next point bring the door? Me I talk to a little youth in the lobby. Him father bring him down here stuff and town. Him father bring him come down here stuff, come meet me, you know. A little 14-year-old youth, then school and everything, and me I say, brethren, you're 14-year-old, you know. It's when me are 14, and me I tell him the honest truth. When me in my teenage group, you see what make me a survivor, so now, in terms of the things that me have materially, is the poem them when me did a write. When me in my teenage group, I talk about when me was film age, that little youth there. Me can remember some poem when me write when me are 14, that when me go foreign now and I say it on stage. People believe, say, boy, when me big man, me say it. Most of my poem them not write when me in my big man state. Most of my poem them write when me I got school. And you know is what? It's influence. It's influence, me get influence. By Marcus Garvey, by Malcolm X. When we read Malcolm X's book, the autobiography of Malcolm X, and she said, this guy is a pimp. He's a man with do all sorts of things, and him go to prison. Now when him reach in a prison, him change him whole life, and him come out back, come be one of the greatest black power advocate in the world. And when we listen to him CD them, when we listen to him record them, Laxley Comrie, who used to teach me at Kingston Technical, Laxley Comrie called me in his office and play an album named Message to the Grassroots by Malcolm X. Anytime I listen to them thing there, when I listen to Stokely Carmichael reading book, Elridge Cleaver, when I listen to all them man there, that influenced me. That influenced me. And it influenced me to write a certain kind of poetry. And I tell you, in my teenage, when I got school, now when I left school, now when I got school, that influenced me to write certain things. So here what I say now. Because O'Brien I get bummy with him finger. O'Brien I get bummy with him finger. Because I have to come back to now. As me I say, we can't escape this program here. Based upon this verdict here we go on. We can't escape it. You understand? We can't escape it. So we now go like say no up now go do something else. You understand? We are work with the whole thing. But me just I say, experience teacheth wisdom, and it's only a fool learn from his own experience. Because the thing done set already and it never change. It has been going on for centuries. 1 and 1 equal 2. After A come B, after B come C, it never change. You could have said things bad and it mean good and good, it mean bad little more. Bad or bad, good or good. So it go. Slang and wang and tang. Click it. The headline say cartel to face another charge. Entertainer Vybz Kartel who received a life sentence for the murder of Clive Lizard Williams Thursday, April the 3rd, is to again face the court on another charge relating to the case. With the murder trial over, Kartel will also stand trial in mid-August for attempting to pervert the course of justice. In this case, he is charged jointly with entertainers Vanessa Sadler, otherwise called Gaza Slim, and Andre Henry, otherwise called Pim Pim. The three were charged in 2012 after an investigation into an alleged scheme to deceive the police in their probe of Williams' murder. It is alleged that Sadler, in order to give the impression that Williams was not dead, reported to Constant Spring police that she was robbed by him after the date he was believed murdered. A text was allegedly sent to Sadler's cell phone instructing her to make the report to the police. Charges after charges after charges after charges. When will it end? And it now go end and now, you know. I'm going to tell you. My word don't so Brian. All 2 years time, this case is not done. Believe you me, it's not done. Now when I talk about the appeal neither. The case don't finish. Alright. We're going to talk to Keshima, who is in Kingston. We want to talk to Miguel Lan, the lawyer of Shanstam, and we want to play. I was listening to it again, and I said, we have to play about this thing. Last year, for those of you who live in a rock and don't know what is happening here, last year, there was a trial, Vybz Kartel was on trial for murder. Not this case, another case, where them say him involved in a Portmore. When he got off the case, we interviewed his lawyer, Christian. We interviewed him. We want to play back the tape for reasons that you will hear when the tape is played. The interview that we did with Christian. Very, very insightful arguments when we see what go down today and what was said in July. I think it was July the 25th, if I'm not mistaken. We did the interview with Christian. So, why listen to it for that tape? But as we say, we're going to interview Miguel and we're going to interview Keshima, who is outside doing our field work. Keshima get to come out of the office, man. May I tell you? We want to now talk to Miguel Lauren, the lawyer who defended Sean Storm. Blessed man.
Greetings and blessings, my brother. One love.
All right, sir. So
yes.
you was in the court this morning?
Yes, man.
All right. So let me ask you a question now. We're not talking about Vybz Kartel now. We are talking about the person who you are defending.
Yes.
All right. Was there any time at all where when the case a go down, you say, wait, right, you know, say, me never look on that. You find yourself in any position where you say, the way all the case are going on, something funny are going on.
No. We had the statements before. We had the videos. We had the drafting and the transcript of the voice notes and so on. So we had quite a bit of material before the case even started. And therefore, we more or less knew what was going to come in as evidence, and therefore be able to prepare for it.
So, would I ask, I don't know how much you can talk about, but I know you can much talk about more than what you could have talked about when the case are going.
Yeah.
So, we're going to talk, eh?
Yeah, man, we can talk.
Yeah, all right. So, the case reached a level now where them say Sean Storm guilty of murder.
Yes.
You still going have the appeal? You're going to appeal?
Yes, man. There's a principle of law known as common design. Common design means yes. Common design means where two or more persons conspire together to carry out a particular act. You know, come to an agreement to carry out a particular act, and that murder resulted from that act. So even if a person is not the actual murderer,
yes,
put it that way, or put it this way, let us say a person is not the actual trigger man, but let us say he's the lookout man, or he is the man who...
Give the man the gun, or something.
Right, or he's the man may have lured the victim. Then the law says that in a process of common design, you are just as part of the murder situation as the murderer. And that is where Sean Campbell, I think the prosecution virtually agreed with us that Sean Campbell, there's no trigger man in this case. And that really Sean Campbell was no trigger man. But they are saying that Sean conspired with others. This is what the jury found.
Yes.
This is what the judges agreed to. That Sean conspired with others towards the murdering of Clive Williams.
All right. You know, we watch TV all the while, Lana, the big thing and all them.
Oh, yes. TV is a big thing now.
Yeah.
So much law show.
Yeah, we see certain things on the TV. But when I ask now, you say, is there a case where the court could go to one of the accused, since it's maybe not everybody did actually chop up the man or shoot the man.
I lick the man, yes.
Yeah. So one of them there, if you don't ever participate in the physical thing, but maybe was a lookout man at it, could the prosecutor go to this man and say, all right now, we're going to give you a situation where if you actually tell us now exactly how it go, we will lessen your sentence. Is that possible now, where it reach?
No, where it reach now, that couldn't done now.
It gone too far.
It gone too far because the verdict is already in.
Okay.
But prior to the verdict,
yes,
yes, the prosecution could do that, and you know the prosecution could do that, and in some instances the prosecution has done that.
So did the prosecutor come to you and offer you something and say, if your person who you're defending say come to understanding, we will look and see what we can do for him. Did anything like that go down?
No, well, very shortly before the prosecution closed its case, it did make an offer to us.
Yes.
They did make an offer to us, and I discussed it with my client, and my client refused.
Okay. And
so, from that point of view, I can safely say that the prosecution knows that Sean Sam is no murderer.
Because he was trying to make a deal to say, lessen the charge.
Yes.
What was he saying that him while trying to lessen the charge, I was saying that him going to see that him not guilty? Because that difference between saying, I know you're guilty, you know, but if you give up the other two or the other three, we will lessen the thing. There's a difference in saying that.
Of course, substantial difference. And sometimes, or many a times, what the prosecution does is say, look, I will, because I had a case like that recently, the case that was popularly referred to in the news as the Good Samaritan case. I was representing one of the men in that. And in that case, the prosecution says, look, we didn't think you are actually a murderer. We didn't think you actually carried out the murder and that you wanted to be part of the murder, but you may have gotten caught up into the whole situation and such and such. So therefore, we are going to offer murder, but you may have gotten caught up into the whole situation and such and such. So therefore, we are going to offer you a deal of saying conspiracy, or I don't quite remember what that had offered. And he pleaded guilty to that. He got his 7 years, but in that case, he became a crown witness.
Yes.
And gave evidence against the others.
Okay.
That was in that case. In this case, that was no such offer was offered to Sean Campbell that he would be a prosecution witness.
Okay.
No such offer was made.
It was just saying that him involved in the murder, so I just saw it up ago.
No, you see, there are different aspects of a murder. You can be an accessory before the fact.
Yes.
You can be an accessory after the fact. Many aspects that they can charge you with, and lower that charge and says, look, we will offer you that. But in most instances like that, you have to plead guilty.
Yes. Definitely. You have to plead guilty.
You have to plead guilty.
Yes, and then you get a lesser charge. Yeah.
And without going into too much detail and specifics, an offer was made to Sean Campbell.
Yes.
But he says, look, yes, he completely refused it. And, and even after the event, when I went and spoke to his mother and I explained to his mother, she too was very glad that he refused it.
Okay. All right. So this thing is we assume that it is final. We don't know because we hear that the person who was not guilty in this case was detained again. You can't give us any reasoning towards that. I know you was not the one who was
right.
detained.
Yeah, man. Shane Williams.
Yes.
He was found not guilty here. But they have now slapped another murder charge on him.
Yes. Yes.
So he's now facing another murder charge, and presently he's in custody, and will go to court in regard to that matter. So again, we find that a little strange, but as time goes on, things will unfold.
You think that there's any other murder charge that we're going to hear about? I mean, like, this thing I kind of get twisted. You think that there's any murder charge that we're going to hear about?
Boy,
you can't say.
It is clear and apparent that that there are forces that are hell-bent on getting rid of Vybz Kartel. There's no two way about that. Yeah, but no, that they get rid of him.
What I'm asking is that if you think that there's something else out there that they are hell-bent on getting, because if no him get life, 35 years, you know, so is there something else that we might possibly hear about?
All right. Presently, there's nothing.
Oh, presently?
Presently, there's nothing. Okay. And, you know, so on. But, you know, like I said, the police are other investigators. Might certainly be searching. And they might know something or have evidence which we don't know of yet. Yeah. You know.
Because we hear them call Roach name.
Yes.
And we hear call them name the virgin name of Pastoni, the virgin from VP.
Yes.
You know, it's like them a link certain things with certain things. So that they say we don't know where going this or no with that. You know, we don't know.
Well, yes, and I heard those names. And the brethren, I think, strong or so, that was murdered up at Stony Hill.
Yes.
I can say, in regard to that murder, I can safely say none of these persons. Boy, you can't put your head on the block. And you can't put your hand on the Bible. You know what I mean? But in regard to that murder, I think I have a fair idea.
Is that them? Is that them?
No. That. And in fact, the mastermind behind that murder, I suspect he has been killed.
Okay.
He has been killed.
Okay.
You know, and in speaking to officers about that particular murder, they too felt that the person who was killed was the mastermind. But that, in fact, that person placed himself at a location where he was even picked up for it.
Yes.
But he had a good alibi.
Okay.
But they felt that it was some of his soldiers that he sent out.
So you can't catch Quattro, you catch him short.
Definitely. But that had nothing to do with
this case.
With Kartel and all of them.
All right. Someone said to ask you, the prosecutor,
yes,
when they came to you about this deal, to say if when name they would say, all right, I'm guilty, but I'm going to get a lesser charge. What was the deal? What was the deal that they make? Lesser charge, less what? What they was going to go into court and say? Forward storm.
It was a situation where he wouldn't get more than probably 2 years, or probably it wouldn't be more than 3 years.
Okay, that's interesting.
Very interesting.
So them say if him plead guilty for a lesser thing and say who exactly pulled the trigger, then we give him 3 years. Well, them not going to say no guilty. Them not going to say him no guilty.
Right. They would have asked for about 2 to 3 years.
Leniency.
Yes. And like I said, this was very shortly before the prosecution closes its case.
Yes.
So it was not a situation that they had expected him to give any evidence. He would not.
Because they do that in America, you know. Them know, say, you is the man who set up at the door. And you know who actually do the killing. So if you want to get the same amount like the man who do the killing, you can get the same amount. But if you tell me who do the killing, we're going to give you less. But it's not that way, so you're not guilty still.
Yes.
And the liar aware of that.
Yes.
The liar, which is you now, the you is aware of that.
Yes, man, of course. We are familiar with these, sir. That's why I give you an example.
Yes.
That there have been examples that
you personally was involved.
I have advised my client.
Yes.
When I look at the scenario of the case, I've advised my client as to what to do and what not to do.
All right, so how we go about now the appeal now? How we go about appealing a case where a man get life?
All right. No, the appeal is like any ordinary appeal. But the substance of that appeal now will be when we get the transcript of the trial, the transcript means all that was said during the case. The judge is summing up the whole procedure of the trial now is recorded. Everything said by the lawyer, all the lawyers, prosecution, defense, everything said by the judge. That's the thing with the Supreme Court. Everything is recorded. And we will get a transcript of that. When the transcript is ready, we'll all get a copy. And then we will go through the transcript now. And then we will look at the possible grounds of appeal.
But if the case takes so long to go through, and you go through all of that, no, it's not going to take you maybe like 2-3 years to do that.
Well, yes. You know, normally an appeal is usually about a year plus.
Then, Miguel, may I bridge in? In a way where you are going to do that, so now, who are going to pay you to do all of that? Or you don't get paid already?
Well, no. Sean is he had put on things for the rainy day. He has family members and so on.
It's a hurricane. It's a hurricane. It's not a rainy day. No. So you say you're 2 years now. If you go through all of that script and thing, given that you get paid already, you mean say no? Him have to now go through another PN plan like courts.
Yes.
For PA now. So it's a court thing you work out for now.
Yes. Sometimes we have to do that.
So you can't that means you now get to do no more case. Yeah. Or you going to juggle, for instance, the Carroll Garden thing now with this thing, you know. Because we think that it's done, but then now you have to appeal, it might take another 2 years.
Yes, about a year and a half to 2. No, one has to think because even since the Kartel case has finished, I started another case which was completed on Monday. I did another murder case. And it was just nice to do another case now where we never had the whole fanfare, the media and the hype. And in other words, a case to come back to sanity.
Yes.
And we were successful. The judge upheld our no case submission, and those 2 youths were freed.
So that means you have a big staff, man. You have a big staff, Miguel. You have a big staff, man.
Yes, we have a competent staff that does the research, and that's you have to have a research compartment in your law practice these days. The must. And we have other lawyers that does the research, and as you know, I have a big family too. Yeah,
so them take part in like I think it's your daughter.
Yes, daughter and son, and two of my sons studying law too.
That may I say, the son. I think two of your sons study law.
Yes, so them get practice now by doing the research. For the law firm and all of that. So you know, once you plan things and you organize, and so on, then it's not as difficult, it's not as hard.
But I hope when I see you again, you me like when you know you know, because you have a way for those, make you all those. I take enough tablets, I don't want to try to figure out which tablet is for what.
No, you're absolutely correct. If you don't get back to basics, you can find yourself doing it, because the pressure is really a lot.
That's man, I will heap of pressure that.
Absolutely, a whole lot of pressure. But as you know, we are also very intricately involved in the legalization of ganja.
Yes.
So, you know, that just thinking about that, it's a tremendous relaxation for the mind.
Well, I think I want to be too late for me to be a liar. I think I want to be a liar, because win or lose, you win.
No, not necessarily. Sometimes the pressure is so much.
It don't worth it. Sometimes it don't worth it.
No, man, but you should think along that line. You have the inquiry. The inquisitive mind for that. Yes.
And that term tried to tell me, that's why they wrote me.
No, listening to your programs many times, the type of questions you ask is like you're virtually cross-examining the person who called in.
Yeah, I know why it's so like I cross-examine you, though. I just
no man.
All right, well, we're gonna look. All right, this thing about the telephone where what's your name? What the little daughter name? Gaza Slim and all them thing. What gonna happen this or no? Because them say. Him make a call to her to tell her, say the brother did hold her up the day before with him. You know about it?
Yes, we have an idea about it. I'm not involved in that case at all.
Oh, you're not? Oh, yeah, I forgot.
No, not involved at all. But, you know, all of this, though, there's a lot of pluses that came out of this Vybz Kartel case. Lots of pluses. In terms of, especially in terms of search One, the right to privacy.
Yes.
Where does that right
Stop.
start and where does it stop? Because nowadays, and things like search warrants, does the search warrant to seize your phone, is that the same thing? Does that authorize the police to go into your phone?
Yes.
In the United States and Canada and England, the right to seize your phone does not give you the right to
Go
search
into
the
the
phone.
phone. Yes.
You still have to go back and get another search warrant
Yes.
to search your phone.
Yes.
In Jamaica, we just have one blanket search warrant and they seize the
Do
phone,
everything.
search the phone and do everything.
So was it
all of
illegal?
that-
Wait, in Jamaica, I will know say in America it would be legal, but in Jamaica was that illegal?
We argued in this case that it was illegal. But the law is such
Yes.
that even if the evidence is illegally obtained,
Yeah, you can
it
still
is,
use
it is admissible.
Okay, so in Jamaica it is not illegal then.
No, in Jamaica it is illegal in our view. But even if it is, the evidence is still admissible by law.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Me could go to a last thing here. The juror
Yes.
who was found trying to bribe the other jurors now
Yes.
with this money. It's problematic because there must be someone else who is motivating this youth, this brethren, to go to this jury because him know say him have some power behind him to do this thing. So there must be someone or some group of one who is driving this brother to say him can't do this thing. Because I don't think he would just do that by him own because him love Vybz Kartel. I have $500,000
All right.
already.
But with regards to that, no, Muta, and view of the fact that that is before the court.
Oh, you can't talk about that.
Yes. It's not a matter I can't talk, but in all fairness to everybody.
Yes.
Yes, it will be sub judice.
Yes.
And, you know.
Yes, we understand that.
I guess he will explain his position at the appropriate time.
Yeah, and maybe him call some people name who not call.
All that too.
Terrible
So,
thing.
yes, let's leave it at that.
All right, give thanks, brethren.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
there and,
Yes.
you know, little by little.
All right, sir.
Blessings.
Yeah, we just talked to Miguel Land, the attorney for Sean Storm in this case, this massive case that just ended today. Click it. Is the Steppin Razor, the art of war. So now, last year, for those of you who don't remember, but there was a case before this case that Vybz Kartel was held, that they say he was involved in a murder. The same lawyers who defend him in this case was defending him in the first case. And he actually got off of the first case. Now, when he got off of the first case, we interviewed the lawyer, Christian, which is the son of Tom Tavares. We interviewed Christian about the case that was gone. So why why we're going to play this back, and it's very important that you have to listen to it. Why we're going to play it back is for sure how intricate certain things can be, that you out there might be hearing one thing based upon the news report or the radio, the television or the newspaper. But when you hear what took place the first time and what take place now, there are certain things that you can listen to and realize not even the liar know what going to happen. Even though it might sound sure himself and thing, but not even the liar, because I say when a man free a man off of one case, you know, it's a very unusual for the same man have a next murder case. Because one of the reasons why, when everybody that say, oh, them have him in a jail so long, them no want to give him no bail. But you must understand, say, him did get bail after one of the murder, but because of the next murder charge, it's very unusual for a man in a jail for 2 murder charge, you know. So even though it might be eligible for bail pan one, the court draw him back and say, yeah, but we can't let you go after that one day. You have to go try that one day and get to our fight first. So that is why he was in jail so long. No, I want you to listen carefully to this interview that we did with Vybz Kartel lawyer in the first case and how it relates to the second case. Yes, Christian, how you doing?
Yeah, man, Christian.
All right, sir.
Excellent, man.
Yes, so we see the man them bust out a thing where everybody did anticipate for 2 years and now to figure out why the thing have take so long. First, I want to find out something. All right, we are talking to Christian Tavares Pinson, the attorney at law for Vybz Kartel, and you know that them just get him off for one murder charge. You know, them say one down, one to go. All right, why it take so long to come to this point in the whole thing?
Let me be honest with you. In the grand scheme of things, it is not really long. You have a system where you have the RM court that is currently responsible for the preliminary inquiry stage of these sorts of matters. This is the resident magistrates court, and you would expect that a case such as murder will spend anywhere between 6 to 8 months at that stage. Ordinarily, you would expect that a bail application would have been made for your client, and he would have been on bail. You know, the general view is that if a person is on bail, the time frame doesn't seem as long, which is understandable. When somebody's in custody, every day is a day too long. In a situation like this, where a person is charged for 2 separate murders, you know, you would not expect that bail would be something that will be easily granted. We were of the view from the very early stages that his case was a little bit different, in that we thought that the evidence against him was very weak and that he was a fit and proper candidate for bail. If you remember from the outset, he was in fact using a different attorney for the second murder.
Yes.
We are now
on that case now?
Right, we are now the lead attorneys on that.
Okay.
So the situation really is, the assessment of it all was, we thought that the matter that we just concluded was in fact the more difficult of the two, because there was a purported eyewitness to this murder. As it turns out, I know that the Director of Public Prosecutions came out and made a statement regarding witnesses being in fear. Now, I must explain that the law provides for the admission of statements into evidence without the actual witness when a witness is in fear. And in fact, this is a completely different subsection. I believe it is subsection E that allows for the admission of a statement where a witness is in fear. No, this was not the case. There was no statement from any witness anywhere in this matter saying that they were in fear. This is what the police were saying.
All right.
Now, if it was, go ahead.
All right. There is a report where we get was said that there was supposed to be this witness who gave name for a school with no report that this person was going to the school. There was the birth certificate. There was no date of no such person in the registrar place, and the one says a ghost. So the DPP come out and say, no, not because you couldn't find the person is a ghost. It just means that you couldn't find the person. How that go?
All right. Witness B. Let's use that terminology. Witness B indicated that they in fact were the eyewitness to this incident. They gave their name, they gave their date of birth, gave their parents' name, both parents, and in fact gave 3 separate schools that they attended. And this is what ordinarily persons would use to verify the identity or the existence of a witness. Because I think that has to be the starting point where this information needs to be true. Because this is how you would say, well, this witness is a credible witness. Born on such and such a date to these parents, he went to this school, he went to that school. Yes, this man is a real witness, he's a credible witness, and he's telling the truth. Now here it is. The RGD didn't have any record of that person being born on that day to those parents. None of the 3 schools that he said he went to have any record of him anywhere.
So where the police find this witness? If them they ever find the witness? Where all this witness is a conjure up in their imagination, how it work?
Muta, I would have to direct you to them. I would have to direct you to them, because they would be the ones who can best answer that question.
Yeah, but how the DPP counteract the argument, say it's a ghost, is a ghost?
Well, I mean, they couldn't. To be totally honest with you, they couldn't. What they were trying to say is that somebody had spoken to the witness. They had brought a prosecutor from the resident magistrate court to say that they in fact interviewed the witness. But the point that was being made was, is this person really who they say they were?
Yes.
So yes, maybe a physical being had turned up to the court,
Yeah.
But is that person being truthful about what they saw?
Yes.
And who they are? That really is the point,
Yeah.
But I don't think that based on the ruling from the judge, that was not really what the case turned on,
Yeah.
Because even in particular, and I will tell you at this stage that witness in particular indicated that from he was about 3 or 4 years old, he has 2 aunts that live in the Portmore area that he visited at least twice a week for his entire life. Right? So here it is, you have 2 persons who he gives their name and a general location. Why is it the police did not check with those 2 aunts to see if she knew where his whereabouts?
Yeah.
Because what the law says, is that you have to take all reasonable steps.
Yes. To find out.
To find out where he is.
Yeah.
So it would be reasonable if this man is saying that I visit these 2 persons twice a week for my entire life. And he is now 42 or 43 years old. You would expect that those 2 persons may be best to point you in the right direction to where he is.
Yes. Yeah, of course. So
that is really what that aspect of it turned on, and in relation to the other witness that affected our client. He had given an address, not in the original police statement, but in his recant, because you are aware that there was a recant.
Yes.
He was given that address, and for almost 2 years, the police didn't even bother to check that statement to see if an address was given. And it wasn't until the trial actually started that they checked the statement and they picked up that address. And they went to that address only one time.
Oh, you mean them just go there and find the person and go and done with it?
But better than that, they went to the address, which is an apartment complex.
Yeah.
See a little lady stand up outside and ask her if you know witness A.
And them said no.
She said no.
And they left. They've got.
So it leads me back to what the legislation really says, that you have to take all reasonable steps.
So wait, they never even go back in the night, go find out from maybe the security or whatsoever to find out. Them just ask somebody in the yard and somebody said no, them just gone and go back.
You hit the nail on the head.
And then them use that as part of the legitimate investigation.
They said that I took all reasonable steps, and that is part of my reasonable steps.
Yeah. So, well, say, all right. You said, what you just said a while ago, show how nonchalant sometimes a police, when them say investigate something and do certain things. Other way to get through, I do this, to do the thing, but how him do it. And then you realize about, I just that he must say, because if he was really under scrutiny, you'd hear something different. And that, I think that is what Ono do. Ono put the police them under scrutiny and come realize about a whole heap of hole in our own deal with. And
we maintain that position from day one, And we were, in our bail applications, we were really adamant that these things need to be checked properly. Because here, if this gentleman comes out in another 2 weeks, who is going to look at the issue of his loss of earnings over the last 2 years?
Well, trust me, him not have to talk about the loss of the earnings. When him come out, trust me, where him go earn, it's more than when me that earn in 2 years. So, when you can't talk about also 10% more, where him go earn in a now, the 2 years don't have no significance, so where him go earn at all. So you say now that the case was the hard case. The other one, I just like a preliminary thing. I got through this.
There is the other case is circumstantial, in that there is no eyewitness. In fact, the police can't even prove that that person who they say
is dead,
is supposed to be dead is dead.
Yeah, all right, about a year ago, I asked the question, because Mr. Man, we are watching up TV, now, if you say sometimes TV can help you, they really deal with to say, nobody, you can't try a man, where is the body? You have to have a body, right? And
no, not necessarily, because what the law really indicates is that if you can show that there is no other explanation as to this person missing
yes.
or whereabouts other than they are dead, then you can proceed on that basis.
Yes.
So say, for example, you bring somebody to say, look, man, I'm this man's driver. I drive him for the last 20 years. Here it is. And since that day I haven't seen him.
Can't find him.
Then, but it still is a problem. My view, it's still a problem, But
well, we're going to see. So when is this case now? When is the next one going to try? When you want to try the next one?
November.
Clear on November.
Right.
All right.
November. But, I mean, it's still up to him to instruct us to pursue another application for him again.
Yes.
I mean, every time we went to court, you heard originally about a murder being caught on tape.
Yeah. Yeah, we keep hearing that. We keep hearing about that tape with the cell phone.
That's not true.
It's not true.
It's not true. You heard about DNA evidence linking him to murder scene.
Yeah. That's not true neither. Wow.
That's not true. You heard about a number of telephones being found in his cell that were being used to contact witnesses. That's not true.
Yeah.
And on 3 occasions, they came out with that information days before we actually went to court to make the bail application. That is what was published. And I believe that he had to really reach out to places such as Indicom.
And me.
I think even you had spoken about a letter that he had written.
Yeah.
Seeking assistance, because there is no other logical conclusion that he can draw other than somebody is trying to sabotage his status as a good candidate for bail.
Conspiracy, yes.
Well, I don't think it would be outrageous for him to think so.
Yeah. I'll just say, this Ambuju case is one of the 2 cases that hold the attention and hold heap of ones, so we're going to see what happen, and we're going to see what happen. So where the 2 other 2 bridging them now? Where them gone home?
Yeah, man, back to their family, back to try to put their life back together.
Yeah, all right, sir, give thanks for those.
Yeah, man, thank you very much for having me, man. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, blessed. Yes, serious thing. That was Christian Tavares Vincent, the attorney of law for Vybz Kartel. In this case was just gone. I hear him say, this one was the hard one. Okay. That one was the hard case. So, make us see what happened. Him say November. So, we're going to see what happened. Yes, and we actually know what happened. Even though the hard case did gone, but we still say, apparently the hard case never gone. For those of you who might be confusing, just joining what is happening here, we was playing an interview that was done last year, July the 25th, when Vybz Kartel was freed from the first murder charge. It was alleged that he was involved in the shooting death of Portmore resident Barrington Byron. And in that case, he was defended by Christian and his father, and they got off at that. And now we say that the next case, I hear him talk about the next case, it's not that the next case will come November, 2014. The next case was the case we just gone, which started in November 2013. But we just play that tape to show you different developments are under development, depending on which side you look on. You understand? For sure, how it develop into a next thinking and a next level, where the lawyer is speaking and what we see happen now, the outcome of what we see happen was not necessarily what was supposed to happen in terms of how the lawyer viewed the other case. And this is always something to really recognize, that you have to look on it and say, yeah, you know, I mean, the next case, the way it look like it's the easy one, lick them. Like the first one was the hard one, the next one is the easy one, the next one now is the problem. This is a stepping razor, the art of war. We're taking the calls them. You know, we're taking the calls them, and as we say, we know so we can't escape the whole thing, so we're not going to disallow nothing right now. We just free call, free all, talk where you want to talk, and talk where you want to talk, but you know, we reserve the right to lock you off. You understand? We reserve the right to lock you off. That's if you talk where you want to talk, but we reserve the right to lock you off. You understand? We don't want to outlanding things like when we hear in a certain way, outlawing, we look at it outlawing thing, you know, outlawing thing like
chop it up, and if it is an offense or chop him out. Him not kill a liar, him don't kill a judge, him not kill a top and nice policeman. The man where him kill is a man where him and him run up and down every day together. They are do them wrong, them should have overlooked it and give. I mean, that is not, him have him kids them, him have him wife, him have him family. It's too harsh.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I wonder if them girl they responsible for the harshness. I wonder if the judge go home, go hear all that thing there on the television and say, but wait, them woman admit say the man guilty. Maybe him go to all him better than think it out, you know, cause you know what the judge must go home and figure it out. And turn on him TV and say make him relax and hear them woman talk this thing for the thing. I mean, really.
Chop it up, and if it is an offense or chop him out. Him not kill a liar, him don't kill a judge, him not kill a top and nice policeman. The man where him kill is a man where him and him run up and down every day together. They are do them wrong, them should have overlooked it and give. I mean, that is not, him have him kids them, him have him wife, him have him family. It's too harsh.
REFM, thought-provoking, always smoking. Lyrics like a bazooka. You are listening to Muta Baruka.